welcome to TAWG for today. I've got two pals with me today. We've got Miread and DT. Miread, who are you?
Hey, I'm Miread and I'm 16. I'm heading into year 11 next year. Yeah.
Beautiful. DT, who are you?
I'm DT. I'm actually called Daniel by my parents and pretty much no one else. I'm a youth leader for year 11.
Beautiful.
And yeah.
Lovely. All right. Now, let's learn some fun facts, I think. I think that's a good place to start.
Always a good place to
Miread,
start.
tell us a fun fact about yourself.
All right. Fun fact about me, my first passion was astrophysics. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great passion.
I love astrophysics.
All right, DT, do you have a fun fact for us?
I am the oldest of 7 siblings.
That's a lot of siblings.
That's a lot.
I only have one.
That's too many.
Sometimes. All right. So, we've just read your written part of the talk, which was a bit about your testimony. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, when I was writing the talk, I really felt it flow. I just, you know that feeling you get when you just get down to your computer and you just write? It just flows. Well, that was how I felt writing this talk.
That was how I felt when I read it.
You got to have a good productive vibe.
It was great.
Thank you. But yeah, my testimony is, it's a little complicated. But pretty much I began out at a small church around the area, and I just towards my teenage years, I just felt like I wasn't. I just felt like I didn't belong, the community just, it wasn't working for me, and I felt disconnected from God.
Yeah.
And during that time, I had some difficult circumstances, with my family and that. And it just, it wasn't a great time. But I think the real thing that happened that made me realize, wow, there are people out there who can show me who God is and what He does. I realized back in year 7, I came to Ignite in year 7, and this is all happening around year 9, and I remembered back to year 7. I was like, wow, those people, they were there for me in a really tough time.
Was there anyone in particular that stood out to you?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to leader Shanae. Yeah.
Oh, bless. I love Shanae.
She's a legend. She really helped me, during that time.
That's so good.
Yeah, fun fact, year 9 was my first Ignite, and that's where I met Miread, and I just assumed you'd been coming the entire time. I had no idea which kids were new and which kids were regulars at church or anything like that, and yeah, everyone was so excited to see everyone, and it's so great, at the team that I lead with, also happy to support all of the kids. I genuinely couldn't tell which of you, none of them have favourites because we don't have favourites as leaders, but I couldn't even told that that they hadn't seen you in ages or that they knew you super well. It was just great.
Where did you go from that point, from when you thought back to all the leaders that really kind of made a difference for you in year 9? Where did you go from there? How did that kind of impact you from then on?
So from there I started thinking to myself, I'm not feeling it with God. And I thought, what if I could get back there? I hadn't been to youth group in a good 2 years since year 7 for some reason. But I decided, I'm going to go along to youth group 1 week. So I did. And I hadn't seen Shanae in a long time. And she's like, right, you're back. And I was like, yeah. And from that point onward, I just felt so much more connected. And I was like, I'm in a community that really is accepting.
Yeah.
And no matter what I'm going through, they'll always be there for me. And that began to rekindle my relationship with God. Just having those people around me.
That's so special.
Oh,
so
man.
good.
All right, so if that's kind of where you came back to your relationship with God, and that's been 2 years, 3 years now almost since that first Ignite and that journey, what's one thing that maybe you've taken away from your last 3 years with God? Something that sticks out to you, or
I've definitely taken away, and this is something my mum always tells me, that you can't you can't get better if you don't go through hard stuff.
Mm.
And it's so important not to give up.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so true. Resilience is such an important quality.
Absolutely. If I had succumbed to those like dark thoughts and those you know, not great feelings that we all get, if I have succumbed, I for sure would not have been able to get myself back up. Like, it's just about continuing on and, you know, just choosing the next right thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, jumping back a little bit and kind of linking this into what you've written down for us, when you are feeling like giving up or life's a little bit too fast and too complicated.
Too fast, too furious.
Too fast, too furious, as it were. How do you, now that you've been through a difficult time and have kind of come out the other side, how do you find you can step back from a difficult or hectic situation?
Since I've rekindled my relationship with God, life has definitely not been perfect. Like, I don't want to come out and say, oh, you know, ever since I've found God, everything's been perfect. Like, I've still had those times where I feel like I can't go on. And, yeah, like, one of the things I do is I actually just plug in my music and just listen to some chill songs and just, you know, I don't know, lie on the floor or, like, sit on the couch and just listen to the music.
Do you have a favourite song?
Not really at the moment. Yeah,
You have a band?
Um,
You and I share a lot of music tastes in common, so I'm absolutely angling my own agenda here. But favourite band?
well, I'm really vibing Ocean Alley at the moment. I just
Oh.
love
That's a good vibe.
love their songs. So good.
Really chill. Good
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of thing I just love to listen to, and it just takes me above what I'm feeling, and I can look over it and think, hey, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it kind of takes you out of that situation a bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That sounds like a great way to step back.
Yeah.
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 That's really good. So in regards to Ignite this year, we're obviously doing the Holy Spirit. What are your thoughts on that? Do you have any kind of feelings or thoughts about who the Holy Spirit is, or kind of how you
who's the Holy
experience
Spirit
him?
to Miread?
Yeah.
Well, the Holy Spirit and I have a really close and personal relationship. Like,
Beautiful.
yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel like I can just let go and just, you know, show my raw and vulnerable emotions to the Holy Spirit. And I feel like the Holy Spirit is that side of God, that like dimension of God that has a really feminine quality, a really loving quality, and I just really resonate with that. And I see the Holy Spirit in a lot of people every day, and it's so comforting to know that I have a community, a church community that I can come to where I'm just surrounded by the Holy Spirit. Like, everybody just shows the Holy Spirit in little ways.
That's so awesome that you're so connected with that, and you can really like picture that in your day-to-day life. That's so cool.
That's really encouraging.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Do you have any particular like experiences with the Holy Spirit or anything?
When I was little, I didn't realize it at the time because I was, you know, quite small. But, you know, we were going through a bit of a tough time with my old man, and my mum would always sing me calming Christian songs and give me little slips of paper that would have Bible verses on them that would always they'd always remind me that God was there. And I didn't really recognize that as the Holy Spirit working through my mum to help me be okay during that time. And that, I guess, is where it all started. Yeah.
That's so cool that you can look back and recognize that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us about the Holy Spirit at all? Anything that you really want to know coming into camp, coming out of camp?
Yeah. I'd love to know, like, are there any times in your lives where you've seen the Holy Spirit working through other people or working through you? I'd love to know, because I feel like we can all relate to you guys. Like, you guys are so easy to relate to. And if you, told us some experiences, I feel like it would just really...
Harry,
Yeah.
any thoughts?
Well, That's a great question. I like that. So my grandma is actually like a super strong Christian woman. She's been like one of my biggest idols ever in life. Like I want to be her when I grow up. She's kind of always been this really big source of encouragement for me and my family. Like I know my brothers felt this too, but kind of any time we've been going through something or just kind of having a hard time, there's just always like beautiful little messages or like a phone call or a visit that kind of pop up from my gran, and she's always kind of, yeah, she's really quick to let us know that she's praying for us and like, and is always just really looking after us. But from a Christian point of view, it's not, it's kind of just nice to know that she has that sense of encouragement that is solely based in God. Like that's her kind of footing in everything, and so it's just really awesome to kind of like have that influence in life. I think that's always been kind of one of my biggest experiences of the Holy Spirit. Like I look at her and I see God working in her so clearly, and like that kind of extends onto others in a really beautiful way.
That's so beautiful. Like
she's great.
Yeah.
Old Ruthie.
Love Ruth.
She's a great woman.
What about you, DT?
Honestly, I'm really bad at picking like the Holy Spirit at work in my life or other people's lives until I reflect. I'm a really big reflector. I love just overanalyzing everything that I do and say, and it's probably not great for me sometimes, but yeah, I think really there are times when I'll sit and have coffee with someone and I'll come out later and I'll be like, wow, what they said was really wise. That was really like insightful, and I didn't even give them that much in my life. It's so cool when I see that to be like, oh wow, like not only is this caring person meeting up for coffee with me and like wanting to love me, but like God is working through that space. And I think that's the biggest way that I see kind of the Holy Spirit work in my life. I'm terrible at sitting down and listening to him, but I can sit down and listen to other people, and thankfully like he knows that, and so he speaks through them instead.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
I think probably one of my, like, other than old mate Gima, she's amazing. The one, like, really clear instance of when I was like, oh, that was the Holy Spirit straight up, was I was on Ignite in year 9 or 10 maybe. And this was when I was kind of, like, just kind of working out my faith a bit, where I kind of didn't really trust God yet. And I'd had conversations with one of my youth leaders about it, and I told her, and I was like, oh, I just, like, I can't really get on board with it just yet. I want to, but like I don't know if I trust him enough and that kind of thing. And then one morning she was praying for me, and she came to me and she was like, Harry, I just had this like image from God, and she was like, it was of like a flower that was about to bloom, and she was like, oh, and like I just felt that was you, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a flower about to bloom.
Oh, wow.
It was just this crazy thing, because literally like that night I kind of like stood up and I was like, no, I'm following God. And it was like this crazy thing of like, that was me.
Yeah, wow.
But like, that was kind of like this big moment of me being like, wow, someone's directly talking to God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I don't do that. And so it was pretty crazy for me.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So cool.
Since this is TAWG, to finish up, I figured it might be nice if you could give everyone, or we could all give everyone, our favourite top TAWG tip. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you want to go first?
Sure. I love TAWG, which I feel like everyone knows.
I think we know this.
I'm a big TAWG fan. My top TAWG tip is probably, I'm really into like breathing exercises, like relaxation things are really big for me. And so what I kind of do to feel centered in the moment is like I sit down, I like to be outside, take a big deep breath, and then I'll focus on 5 things that I can see. And so I'll pick out, I'll be like bird, rock, tree, 5 of those, and then I'll go 4 things I can hear, 3 things I can smell, 2 things I can taste, 2 things I can feel, and 1 thing I can taste.
Yeah.
And I'll like try and remember them each time, and it kind of just like puts me in the moment of like, this is what's happening around me, but I don't need to focus too hard on it. It's kind of just like a centering thing that I do. And so I find that really helpful to just kind of get me in the moment, and then I'm kind of ready to do my TAWG.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I think my tip for TAWG would be, like I said before, listening to music for me while I'm doing TAWG is just a great way to reflect. And it's not the same for everybody else, because sometimes for some people music can be just distracting. But for me, it really helps me become centered and really get in the moment. I love doing it inside, just lying on my bed and just listening to the music and thinking about what God has in store for me and reflecting on the written TAWG and the podcasts that it provided for me. Yeah.
So good. DT.
Oh,
What have you got for us?
My top TAWG tip isn't really a camp TAWG tip.
That's fine.
But it's like a post-camp TAWG tip.
That's good. We need to know that too.
Where I found it really helpful to just like chuck on airplane mode, turn off all of your electronics, that kind of thing, and just really sit and make sure you give yourself the time to have the TAWG. Like, don't be like, I've got 15 minutes, this is fine. Like, really like value that space and give it the half hour, 45 minutes, whatever you have budgeted and whatever is good for you. And just reflect in that space. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm not reading my Bible the entire time, or I'm not praying the entire time. Like, different balances will look different for different people. But yeah, that's my top tip is turn off the devices, get a hard copy Bible.
Yeah. I reckon that's heaps important. It's so easy to get distracted by that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely. Yeah.
really kind of checking out of everything else is such a good way.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for being here, Miread.
Yeah,
No
thanks so
worries.
much for coming and sharing. It's been so awesome.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Anytime. All right. Thanks, guys.